I'm turning my mic up though a little bit.
Get out of my room. I'm playing Minecraft.
I'm like watching a dude fucking sandblast watermelons and shit.
Okay. Well, on that note, we're live.
It's kind of cool, actually.
Welcome to the Dave and the Gang podcast. This is the first episode, so this is going to be a shit show. But basically,
Like all the other episodes.
Yeah, like the rest of the episodes.
Wait,
that we
so should
continue.
Parth go get the...
before?
Yes.
Do what?
Shh,
This?
just play along.
Chips? What the fuck are you talking about?
No, quiet.
No, we're starting. We're live.
Yeah, I know we're live.
Okay. Let me... Okay, so... First things first. Follow us on Twitter. I have all the links to our social media and shit in the panels. I'll be posting updates and whatever on that relating to the show. And when it comes around Saturday, I'll be confirming that we're going to have a show. And then... Oh god, this is so weird. And then... sub to our YouTube, because if you're not watching this live, you can see the actual video form of it if you're interested on YouTube. The podcast will also be available on Podbean, which I have a link to as well in our panels. And eventually I want to try to get it on SoundCloud, Stitcher, Smart Radio, and iTunes, but we don't have any episodes yet, so I can't say that it's on. And then... our website will be updated, and we'll have links to our own personal stuff, like I know Parth streams, so we'll have
I've
stuff
got a
like
really
that
cool
eventually.
Pornhub account.
Yeah, he has. He comments on the acting.
He watches it for the plot.
So just to go over like the format of how the show's gonna go, basically it's just gonna be us talking for an hour, like what a podcast is, but if we get off track, I have some topics, and then I have 2 segments that I want to have recurring weekly, so we'll get to those later in the show. And the last but not least, we're sponsored by Skin Hub.
We have our own case.
No, but for real, I made us a case where you're pretty much guaranteed to get a P250 sand dune, but it's only
Like a real
49
man.
cents to open it, and if you use our promo code DaveNTheGang, you get a 50 cents for free to open our case, and then we get a little kickback, so if that's something you'd like to do, go ahead.
So it's basically free money for us, and you get a free P250 sand dune. Win-win, buds.
Yeah.
Seems like a good deal.
Basically.
Wait, who gets the money? I think David's getting the money. We're being
It
cocked.
technically
Yeah, but he's
goes
gonna
in
buy
my
us like
account, but I'd
games
obviously like buy
and
you guys
toasters
shit.
and
What about
like,
modern
really
dentistry?
cool deviled eggs.
No,
I
not
could
modern
really use a
dentistry.
dentist.
Deviled eggs? Can I get some of that?
You should have made the website for the podcast. We should have named the podcast The
Okay,
Modern
we can't
Dentistry.
change.
Shut the hell up.
Shut up. Okay. So yeah, that's all I had for the intro.
Do you want to do introductions? Because they don't know who we are.
Yeah, so obviously I'm David, like I said. So who else is talking?
If you're hosting this, you have to go through us one at a time. Pick somebody and go.
Okay, we'll start with Theraposa.
I'm Theraposa. I'm the funniest
pops up
person
on.
here.
Okay. I don't agree.
There's nothing wrong with being wrong.
Ah, shit, I didn't use patches. Oh, by the way, I am going to play, real quick, I am playing a game over this, obviously, if you're watching us on Twitch, just for background noise and something to do while we're talking, because the rest of us are playing games too.
Not me. I'm watching YouTube videos of fruit being sandblasted.
Okay.
So far, the watermelon's the toughest. All right, Seams, you go.
Yeah, Seems, go.
Oh, seems.
Oh,
And I have
great.
crippling depression.
Seams is 15. You can tell by that meme. Parth, you go.
I'm actually 17.
He's 17.
He's legal in
yeah.
Illinois, boys.
I'm Parth. I have the IQ of a toaster.
Oven.
That's an insult to toasters everywhere.
Okay, brick.
Okay, a brick.
There you go.
Excuse me, these.
All right,
If
PC, be
you're-
the leader. Tell us what we're talking about. What's the discussion topic today, bud?
Well, did you guys have anything you wanted to talk about before we get into the topics I had?
How much do you think a sandblaster costs?
Oh, shut the hell up!
I could definitely look into that.
Like I don't know, probably at least $1,000.
No, are you
You could
high?
probably get like a shitty one for like $20. Like just get like a hair
Yeah,
dryer
like,
and put
a
sand in
hairdryer
it.
with sand in it. Oh, God.
And with that, my
that's so-
point is settled.
That's something I feel like I'd see in Detroit.
Probably.
Cue racist jokes. All right.
Oh my God.
All right, wait.
No one has
time out.
anything to talk
Time
about.
out. Time out.
I live in Detroit.
I have something to talk about.
Yes,
What?
what's up?
I just mimicked Potted Valir the Hollow.
Who cares?
Great.
Dude, no
Um,
one here fucking plays RuneScape. Seem shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm level 99 farming. Back off.
I don't even know what that means.
Neither do I. I don't play RuneScape.
Is there even a farming skill in RuneScape? I don't think
Yeah.
There
Yes.
is, yes. Okay, we're getting off topic
This has
already.
been off topic. Like we don't even know what the topic is.
Yeah, we don't
Okay.
have anything. Go ahead.
Well, I get okay. First topic I had. Is there any games you guys are excited for, / want, in the future or just recently released?
Who has the talking stick?
Yeah,
Anyone,
let's do a
it's
talking
freeform.
stick.
I know,
Can I go?
Yeah,
Because
you
I
can
have,
go.
I have an opinion. I think that game Anthem looks dope as fuck.
I've never heard of it.
It's basically, it looks like it's, I forgot who made it exactly. It looks like it's like someone's like response to the Destiny games, basically, where instead of just being like idiots running around in space playing Diablo and dungeons and shit, you're like giant robot dudes running around in space and probably doing the same type of shit. But it looks funner because there's giant robots involved.
I'm pretty psyched for Half-Life 3.
Never come.
See, I
I'm
gave
just
like
putting
an
that out there.
actual topic, and talking point, and everything, and seems. Oh, let me hit you with those dank memes, boys.
I don't see any problem with Dank.
You
Personally, the two games that oh wait, can I have the talking stick?
Yes.
have the time.
Okay. Personally, the two games I want that are recently released is SteamWorld Dig 2.
Awesome, get it? It's so much fun.
Yeah, it's like a little mining platformer game. I had the previous one, but I haven't gotten the second one yet.
The super nice thing about it is they changed like so in the first one, you know how you could always kind of get stuck if you like dug like a hole in the wrong shape or stuff like that.
Yeah, and then you
They
have a rock
changed the-
fall on you.
Yeah, they changed like the platforming in it enough that you can actually usually get out of that kind of stuff. Like you have like a grappling hook and shit now. It's like it made the movement mechanics a lot funner.
And then the other one is Cuphead. It looks pretty fun. It looks like a Mega Man that's like cartoon drawn.
Yeah, and the entire game is hand drawn too.
Yeah, I'm
which is-
actually psyched for that. Actually, I want to buy that.
I was actually just looking at Steam a second ago.
Yeah,
I don't know if
Yeah,
I'm
looks
quite ready to pay, motherfucking 19.
it's probably worth the $20. You never know.
Yeah, just in being like a pretty game, I guess, is like where it really gets and stuff. The other problem is I just suck dick at platform games.
Anything to add? Talking stick can go to Steams or Parks.
Honestly, like, to be honest, there's really no good games that are coming out in my opinion. Like,
True.
I
Call
know
of Duty
you were-
World War
you were
II looks like
wanting,
ass.
To get Destiny.
Yeah, Destiny is like the only thing I'm like, oh yeah, I really want to get, but it's just I don't want to pay $60 for it. That's the problem. I don't think it's like, yeah, it's really fun, but like the PvP aspect and like, it's I don't know. It felt like for a $60 game, I would not like honestly pay $60 for Destiny 2. It was fun in the beta. Like the PvE was more fun than the PvP, just because PvP was kind of like how Destiny 1 was, and it was all just hand cannon. You
Yeah, that was very
it
annoying.
was just it doesn't seem like a
I
lot
think
of
overall
fun
that
to
game
me.
is just fucking ass.
And like the PvE aspect, I'd buy it if it wasn't $60. That's
I'd
the
pay
problem.
like $40
I'd pay
max.
I'd pay $1 for it, to be honest. No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
I'd need about Tree Fitty for it.
Yeah,
If it was
about
like
$3.
20 or $30, I'd do it, but I can't justify spending $60 on that game, just for a PvE aspect.
So
I feel
sorry,
you.
just quick aside. Anthem is BioWare's response to Destiny. Essentially, it's like a giant open world
Oh, I know exactly what you're
co-op
talking about
online.
then.
Yeah, I think it looks
But
cool.
I saw
Back
that
to
on
it. Go ahead.
Facebook. That looks really dope, actually.
The thing that like killed me, so like I was watching the I'm taking the talking stick for a sec. The thing that like killed me was I was watching the fucking
What a thief.
yeah, sorry bud, the E3 content on it, and it was fucking hilarious because it's just like highlights. Okay, I'm gonna go on a tangent real quick.
Go ahead.
Like it was like them doing like a co-op demo of the game. And so it was like this guy and this girl, and they're sitting there like, oh, so like we're teaming up for this mission. Like we didn't totally expect to be doing this and everything. Oh, like what are we getting together? Oh yeah, let me just grab some ammo for my grenade launch. And they're totally just talking like no fucking human ever talks to any of their friends in any video game ever. And I get that they're doing that to like try and make the game sound like cool and like legitimate and serious and stuff. Like add a little bit of realism of like, dude, what the fuck took you so long? I was eating pizza. Sorry, man. Like, can you hurry your ass up? We gotta go kill the Goblin King of Monkeyland. I don't know. I skipped the fucking cutscene.
That's great.
It's just like every time I watch E3, I'm like so excited. I'm like, this game looks awesome, but these voice actors are gonna just fucking kill it for me.
I
All right,
hate
any-
E3. It gives me anxiety.
Yeah.
I see so much stuff that I like that I don't have money for.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I don't
Alright,
watch.
Can I take the talk stick back?
Yeah,
Stick?
yeah.
Yeah, I handed it over.
I have a speech impediment. I'm sorry. I kind of said a racist
You're
word, but
good,
I didn't
you're
mean to
good.
do it. But yeah, like Destiny, it's the only good game that's like, in my opinion, that's coming out. Like Call of Duty World War II beta was complete garbage. If you played any like, if you played World at War, you played Call of Duty World War II. That's basically how it is. It wasn't that good, and like so far, there's nothing like really cool that's coming out, in my opinion.
Hey, Call of Duty World War II was awesome, man. I used to play zombies in that like all the time.
Oh, like
Even
the
World
new
at
one.
War.
Yeah, World at War.
Two
Oh
things.
yeah.
I just evolved and got two Alakir the One Lords.
I saw that.
But I was watching Rebel play it. One of my friends at least. I was watching him play the beta, and there was already a hacker in it.
Really?
Yeah.
There's a hacker?
I
Yeah.
saw people
See, that's the
hacking that
problem.
too.
That's another thing. So, like,
Literally a
kind
beta.
of stray off topic here a little bit, but gaming companies really need to kind of like, because Seams was telling me this, I think a couple days ago, when Fortnite came out for free to play, I ran into like 4 cheaters that night. And like I was like, all right, and they were blatant cheaters. They were like teleporting behind you and just killing you. And like game companies need to do what Blizzard does, and I think hardware ban people. Honestly, they really do. Like it's kind of like I understand like CS:GO. Like CS:GO generates so much money from cheating. Realistically, it like if you get hardware banned in CS:GO, they're probably going to level a lot of their population. They can't do that at this point. But like newer games actually need to start hardware banning people that are cheating and are like doing those things, or not even hardware ban them. Make it so that way they can play, but they'll be playing with other cheaters. And they
I
can
agree.
never be able to go into another like actual game with legit people because it's just it's ridiculous. They need to look towards like, but on the other side, Blizzard can afford to hardware ban people because Overwatch is not their sole game they make money off of. They make a shit ton of money off WoW and a shit ton of money off of Hearthstone, so they can afford to hardware ban a few thousand people.
Well, Counterpoint still can Counter Strike because Dota, but I see what you're
Well,
saying.
yeah, but still, like you can't be like, oh, a small gaming company like let's take Bluehole or Daybreak Games, for instance. If they go and hardware ban people, like that'd be like kind of bad for business and their like aspect. But I think bigger companies need to hardware ban people. So,
Yeah, for sure.
little rant on cheating there. Kind of ironic. All right, Seems, you got any new games here?
Yeah. Talking stick to Seams.
I mean, not really. I don't really think many good games are made. I feel like they're all money grabs
they
or,
are, honestly.
well, I was going to say microtransactions, but same thing as money grab. Any new
Yeah.
multiplayer game, basically, which I prefer playing over single player games. But if a game has a good story, I'll play it.
I really want a new Elder Scrolls so bad.
Nah, you're going to have to go sit through like 5
Oh,
more
wow.
remakes.
Probably.
Yeah.
They said that they're not coming out for a
They're
while.
going to put that thing on the 3DS before they come out with a new one.
Can I throw out a quick question? Does anybody know why the fuck Discord won't let me record a fucking push to talk bind.
Nope.
Like whenever I do it, like I spammed everything on my keyboard. It's like, fuck you.
So wait, what are you going really quick?
Oh, fuck it. I'll just figure it out.
We'll figure it out later. That was not the time. So yeah. Back to you, David.
Oh wait, one more thing to put in.
Yes.
Kind of like, for example, the new. I mean, I haven't played it personally, but like the new NBA game, I've heard like obviously they're charging $60 for that, and I've heard like 90% of the content in there is under a microtransaction.
That's ridiculous.
It's like if you're gonna pay $60 for a AAA game, you
Yeah.
should not have like microtransactions for. I can see like in games cosmetic stuff. I can see microtransactions for that. If somebody wants to spend $5 to get a cool skin on something, I can see that. But
Yeah.
something that like can actually hinder performance of something in a game or like a certain mechanic, that seems dumb to me.
Yeah. Who's the maker of it? Is it EA?
I'm assuming
Most
it's some
likely.
big company. Let me see, NBA 2K7.
Or maybe like 2K Games or whatever.
Oh, wait, 2K18, not 7. It is developer Visual Concepts, and the
Okay.
publishers are obviously 2K Game, 2K Sports.
Gotcha.
Alrighty. I
I
guess
haven't
next
played a
topic.
good basketball game since like NBA Jam on the N64.
Did you ever play NBA Street on the PS2?
Okay, yeah, that was good. Never mind.
Yeah, I love that one. I have that one on disc somewhere.
Alrighty.
So, next topic I had, since no one, if there's any actual new listeners, what games are you guys currently into, including myself?
Hearthstone.
Who's got the talking stick? Can I go
Yeah,
first?
go ahead.
I
Alright.
rolled down the hill, so.
Well, I mean, Hearthstone currently is pretty fun. Like I've been playing Call of Duty 4 a lot, honestly. And like the rest of
The
the
original.
games, like yeah, the original, not the remake.
Yeah, not remastered.
But I mean, I was into Overwatch for a bit, but the thing with me with Overwatch, I burn myself out so fast. I'll like play it for like a month or so, and then I'll just be like, yeah, I'm done with this crap. And pubs is kind of fun, and that's the only thing I'm into right now. You know, just whatever though.
What have I been playing recently? I still play CS like almost every day. Like I don't play competitives anymore, but I like play and just mess around because it's just kind of like a aim mapping just while I focus on something else type thing. Pubs is definitely fun. I've been playing Pyre recently, which is
Frisbee golf.
Yes, it's essentially frisbee golf. Pyre's it's like by the same people who made Bastion and that other fucking game.
Transistor.
Yeah. So I've been playing this, and it's pretty fun. Like it's got like a cool soundtrack, and like for the most part, just kind of like a point and click adventure, and like all the conflict comes through. You're like doing these weird like star ritual type things, and you literally, not joking, basically just play ultimate frisbee with like magic involved. And like that sounds really stupid, but when you try it, it's actually like really fucking fun because like you can like shoot little like fucking like laser spell things at people to like eliminate them, and they have to like respawn after a second, and then you can like fucking like ollie oop the ball into the other team's goal, and you got like score like 100 points or something like that. And like it's a little confusing, but it's definitely a pretty fun game. I've been playing a lot of that game Diluvian too, which is kind of like a third-person underwater submarine fighting game.
Oh, okay.
It was pretty fun.
Oh yeah, I've never heard of that.
I haven't either, actually.
It's kind of indie, but it's definitely pretty fun.
You
The
really
only
like
thing-
indie games a lot, don't you?
Hey, fuck you, yeah.
I love indie games, actually.
I hate them.
The only thing that
Part I don't
sucks
like
about
is
that game
overpriced.
is just like it's all like you're like just like the giant deep ocean. There's just like nothing but ocean beneath you. And it turns out I'm like terrified of the ocean. So yeah, that's what I've been jamming recently.
Nice. The last forget the last indie game I bought. I think it was Heroes, or no. Like Dungeon Souls or something. It was like
Oh, isn't that like the knockoff kind of Dark Souls?
no.
Sorry,
Oh.
what was it?
It's called. I think it's called Dungeon Souls. Let me see.
That's awkward.
Well, I have like different games that sound like it. Yeah, it's called Dungeon Souls. It's like a pixely little dungeon crawler, and you just get items, and it's like any other just little progression game, but it's pretty fun. I
Wait,
bought
what's that one
the
game
other
I
day.
saw people speedrunning on GDQ that one time where it was like you have to
Every
move
other
with the
game
beat?
that they would stream for
No,
4
I was about
weeks.
to explain it. It's like it looks like an indie game, and it's like pix like 8-bit art, and you have to like move around with the beat. There's like tiles on the ground.
Crypt of the Necrodancer.
Yeah, that looks cool.
Yeah, I have that. It's a fun game to chill on, but it's actually kind of hard.
I'm
I'll be
sure.
right back. I'm gonna restart Discord real quick.
Okay.
So, yeah, we got everyone but me.
Your opinion doesn't matter. You're the host.
Yeah. I've been playing a lot of Battle Right lately. I play Counter-Strike just to screw around. Today I played Fortnite for like 4 hours.
Nice.
Pretty much just the rest is the other guys like Hearthstone and all that. I don't know.
What are we talking about?
Just what I'm into.
Yes.
I had the talking stick last. Okay. Well, when Thosa gets back, we can.
I think he's back.
I'm back.
What are you going to
Oh,
do?
he had to close his Discord.
Okay, sorry,
so
I just like was making a mute line basically.
basically. Oh, okay. So I completely lost track of what I was trying to say. So, this is going to be one of the recurring segments I'd like to have on the show. We're going to call it Yay or Nay, which is probably a name that's already taken, but
It'll do.
Sue us.
we're going to pick a game every week, basically, that will either, like, we'll obviously choose something most of us have played, and then we'll say yay or nay and give like a little review on it. I don't think Thos has played this, but I know the rest of us has played. The game I picked this week was Fortnite.
All right.
I'm actually already professional at it.
Oh, you just didn't tell any of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a boss like that.
I can go first. My opinion is a yay. It is still early in the game. It's early in its lifespan, so there's some things wrong with it. Like Parse said, there was some cheaters, but when I was playing earlier, I didn't experience any. But the only things that are like different about it from say pubs or H1, it doesn't have like the hold alt to move around feature. So you end up holding alt sometimes just out of habit, and then you bring up your inventory. And it's just kind of weird. But it's cool. It's like a little battle royale game, and you can build different little structure things and like put stairs on the map and break the environment. So it's kind of like refreshing compared to what the usual has been lately. So yay for me.
All right. Is there a middle ground for yay or nay?
Yeah.
Like,
Sure.
can I say neutral
We'll
or
call it
something like
May.
that? May.
Meh.
Okay, I'm May on it. Like,
Well, you just make it meh.
Yeah, meh.
yeah,
Meh.
I'm a meh. Like, I can't like. I've played like maybe 2 hours on it. Like, the big downfall for me was when I was playing it. There were a lot. I basically died to cheaters almost over and over. Maybe it's because I was playing at 2 in the morning. No idea. Might be it. Or it's a fun arcadey style battle royale game. Runs really good. in my opinion. It's not like pubs or H1, which is like horribly optimized. Uh, so you can have like a mid-tier computer and run it and have good FPS or even decent FPS. The combat is it's pretty good. I like it. The tiered weapons is a cool idea. Uh, let's see. It's just I don't have enough time in to be like, oh, I really love this game or I really don't like this game. I'd probably have like 3 maybe 4 hours into it. I haven't played it that much,
Mhm.
but as you said and as I mentioned, the major downfall of it is the cheaters that I've run into so far. So you've had better experience with it, so I guess you have a more better outlook on the game. But I've ran into a lot of them, so and there's a lot
Gotcha.
of teaming. But that's just my opinion on it. Whoever wants to go next, can.
Well,
See?
I
Caesars
don't
is the
have
only. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I give it a yay. I didn't like personally like playing it, but I don't think that it's a bad game. I think it's a good game with just a few things that I don't like about it. So it's not really. I like battle royale games, but I don't like some of the mechanics in there. So it's like not really my kind of battle royale game.
Yeah.
But I do like how it's. I mean, I like watching people stream it. Like I was watching Storm stream it. That was pretty fun. Um, I like how they kind of like took aspects from both like H1Z1 and pubs and kind of threw it in there. It definitely has more of an H1Z1 vibe from it though because of like the third person only and just the combat in general. I feel was more H1 like,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I didn't really like it because I think didn't they right after I haven't played it since that first day. Didn't they make it so the guns are a bit more accurate?
I believe there was some sort of combat change.
Yeah, so I did feel like that needed to be done because I think they used like a cone of fire thing instead of like a spray pattern, if I remember right. So
Gotcha.
like your bullet could hit anywhere within this little area instead of it hitting like first bullet accuracy wise. I didn't really like that, but I'm also like did terribly at the game. But I think it's kind of cool. I think it's different, and yeah, I give it a yay
Two yays and a meh.
and a fosa.
And Fosa has.
I give it a meh. I thought it was terrible. Stupid game.
Yeah, I guess that's it for that. Yeah, in the future when we figure shit out more, I'll probably play like a trailer for it.
Yeah, video editing's hard.
Well, I'm talking about live.
Yeah, live video editing's even harder. Fuck off.
He's got a point.
Sorry, I had to use the restroom.
Anyway, the next thing that was like a segment I thought of that we can't do this week would be for any kind of like basically like if you emailed me in questions we would answer them on the show, which
Why can
it doesn't
you
have to be
not do that? I'll
email
just ask
but
you a
like
bunch of questions.
no, not
So it's
me,
like a Q&A.
us. Why do you
I
gotta
don't
be
know,
so
I
shitty?
Why else would you have me here?
So basically, if you're live on Twitch the day of the show, or send me a DM on Twitter or email, and you send in questions, we will answer them on the show or give you advice, whatever you need. I think that would be fun, just to actually talk to. Shut up, there, Bosa. Actually, talk to the people that are watching. But obviously we can't do that because this is our first show. So, you guys have anything else you want to talk about?
Gadgets and Gazette always gets.
Can we just do like a quick aside about modern dentistry? Oh my god.
Sure. Basically that was like all the topics I had. I just wanted to do like an introductory episode and kind of showcase what we're all about, and hopefully by next time we'll have some more people
What's the time at, bro?
writing in and stuff. Time at is 30 minutes, so this is half of what a normal episode would be.
Right. Bring in the anime filler.
We could
Let's
just
go.
be like really dangerous and talk about modern events.
No, let's not.
No,
Screw
let's
that.
not. No.
Not the first episode.
Come on, bros.
So,
I think we need to
guys-
bring in our modern events
no,
specialist. the
if we're
Digi
having
Space
that, we
one.
need Digi to come in.
No,
Oh,
no.
God. Why would you ever ask for that?
It's never gonna happen.
We'd have to pre-record it and edit out
yeah,
the
and then I'd
Digi.
have to beep out a lot of what Digi says. Pretty much the whole thing of Digi talking will just be a beep.
And then the kitty was like, "Can I ask you a question?"
So if you guys don't have anything else to talk about, I'll probably start wrapping it up.
What you dick?
Yeah.
And with
I
that,
always wear one.
Okay, no, hold on. I've got an actual topic I want to bring up.
Modern dentistry.
Alright.
It's not modern dentistry. Close though. So I want to get other people's opinions on why PUBG is like completely okay, like adding like a new gun every 5 fucking minutes, but like doing any type of optimization whatsoever is just like completely out of the question. I get that it's like still an early access game or whatnot, but like make it
I
more
agree. I've got a
playable.
crappy PC, man.
I feel like they're
I
just
have a
fucking
nice
lazy.
PC and I can't run it very well.
Yeah, I don't
maybe
get
they're
very
just
good at
lazy.
FPS.
And I don't know. Maybe,
That might
Maybe-
change now that they're under their own subsidiary of Bluehole now.
It
Oh,
definitely,
Yeah.
with how big the game has gotten, the optimization has not gotten there.
yeah. It's
for
kind of
what I
like
think should happen.
H1.
Well, and they
Well,
should-
H1 was decent for a while. I could get a steady like 50 to
True.
70 in that game.
True.
Pubs, it's all over. And it's
Yeah.
not that the graphics on low aren't even that good. Like
No.
some games I can understand not having good FPS on low because like low has been less of like they don't make games on low graphics to look or to like give you good FPS anymore. They still wanted to make it look good.
Yeah. I feel like something that honestly, if you probably turned off, if you were able to turn off Shadows game, it would optimize the hell out of it.
Yeah, I like H1.
I feel like
Because-
it just generally needs to be optimized because like if you're in an area that has like starting zones, like a prime example, like when there's like 100 people around your frames, are like
Yeah, I agree. Towards the end
Yeah.
of the game, I definitely get a way better FPS than I do at the beginning.
Well,
like,
it
One
could
thing
also.
that bugs me with it is like when you are looking at a tree and scope, the leaves change as you're zooming, and I think
Oh,
that
okay.
it kind of fucks up the FPS a little bit because it's like
Yeah,
trying
realistic
to render in
leaf
different
physics.
types
Come
of
on, Bluehole.
leaves. Yeah, it's kind of weird.
along with the realistic tortoise AI.
While we're on the PUBG, I don't want to say roast, but suggestion list.
Yes.
I think they need to
Constructive
remove
criticism.
most of the concealment and add more cover.
True.
Like take away all like this bullcrap grass that's half the time is a
Just
one
chilling in a
way,
bush.
and
Yeah.
yeah, half the time is a one way, basically smoke for people. CS:GO logic, and they just need to add more cover in general.
Yeah.
Like there's too many open fields and open areas where there's just
Like,
nothing.
put like rocks
Yeah.
and shit in it.
Yeah,
I think the
they
biggest thing
really
is
need
taking
to
away
do
the
that.
ability to prone in grass so much. Like
That
the
I was
bush
gonna bring up that
kind
point.
of let go a little bit because like it's maybe make it like a little bit less powerful, but like the thing where like you can have like 17 dudes laying within 100 yards of each other and no one knows where anyone the
Yeah.
fuck is.
Yeah, they really
That's a
need
little-
like I get the games like trying to go for that armor realism bullshit, but realistically, I'm pretty sure I could see a dude that's wearing a freaking hat and like a coat that is in the wintertime in grass that
welding
has
mask.
no camo with a welding mask on. I'm pretty sure I can be able to spot that at 100 freaking yards away in real life.
yeah. So maybe not take away all the concealment. I'd say maybe make less concealment and make visibility easier.
That and also like the end zones in pubs is like I've used to hate the military end zones, but I now like them because there's more cover in those
Yeah, it's
zones
not
than
you walk out to a field and the guy with
yeah.
the ass takes 10 shots at you and you die.
As
Yeah,
long as you
it's
can
kinda
get across the
ridiculous.
water.
Yeah, as long as
Just
you can
those
get
bridges
across
are
the
a
bridge or the
problem.
water, you're fine. But they really need to just like do something with either how the end zones work, so that like they need to add more cover, plain and simple.
For sure.
Like
So-
really cool armor-piercing yo-yos would be dope too.
What?
I mean, they have a pan in the game for crying out loud. Why not armor piercing yo-yos?
They should just
Tactical
add a
combat
t-shirt
yo-yo.
cannon.
I love that idea.
It would be
And
a
you can,
close
like,
range
put
one
shit in
shot,
it.
and then it would put a shirt on the person that you kill.
Yeah, you don't like you don't pick up ammo for it. Just like if you have like a soda, you can stick that in there. You can use it to like
Like
give
a-
meds to your buddies there and like cover for where you're like, oh dude, I need a medi. Got you, bud. Heal up,
Like a
pal.
jump jet. It's like a jump jet from.
I was gonna say
Fallout.
if you put the Neo code and it does extra damage.
No, it just transports you to their servers.
Oh, I like that.
So you.
No, I
That-
see. If you
that's
pick up if you pick up the Neo code and you're on a rain map, it just needs to start raining green letters
What?
Yeah,
because
no,
it's a Neo code.
no. It's too weird of a
Fine.
reference.
Everybody knows the raining green letters. Just pump this strong. You edit
Is
this
there
out.
anything else? Is there anything else?
I like the
Um,
just quiet. Can you edit this?
Basically, if you guys don't have anything else, wrapping it up.
I'm trying to think of something else.
I mean, I can throw out topics.
What do you got?
Yeah, what you got?
Besides modern dentistry,
Hold on, let me think.
something that's like actually contributing.
So why do you think that all of a sudden we just had this massive influx of battle royale games? It obviously started out with like what was it, like Daisy and I think H1 were like the first
I
ones.
think it was because the massive influx is because other companies saw that H1Z1 and Daisy like had potential, but unfortunately the company that was behind it could not do jack shit with the potential it had. So other companies were like, oh yeah, I need to, I want to get some of that money. Basically, they're like, they wanted to be able to make a successful game that people want to do, and so pubs was created and things like Fortnite were created. And I think it's because companies failed to create a successful BR genre, so other companies are trying their hand at it too, because you see what I'm trying to get at is they see the
So,
potential in it. It's
then for that
It's just
matter,
something fresh.
yeah,
how long do you think it's gonna be before we see like a big AAA publisher bring out a version of it?
maybe 3, maybe 4 years. I
Do
don't
you
know.
think it'll take that long? Like you think they'll move that?
I think next year.
It
I
could
can
like
see like Valve or Blizzard.
I see next year announced. I don't obviously they can't just make a game like instantly, but
Yeah.
I think they're just seeing how it's gonna play out this year, and then people are gonna start making their moves.
Well, and this has been like the first year. Like they were obviously like kind of a thing back when like Daisy and H1 were out, but like pubs in like the later part of H1 is obviously like where they kind of blew up and have like hundreds of
Yeah.
thousands of players and stuff.
well
like that crap now.
my reasoning behind why pubs got such a huge player base is because pubs can't I can't speak. They cater to casual players. They really do. You
I
can't
agree.
deny
Yeah,
that
that's
they
like,
don't cater.
part of the reason that I play
That's
it,
the reason
obviously.
why. Yeah, that's the reason why it blew up so much is because your friends can just go download it and you can get kills. You can try to win a game. It's not like H1Z1 where if you were to go download it, you would get shit on consistently because you didn't know the amount of aspects that went into that game, bullet drop, bullet lead, and other things. It made the learning curve really high for someone who first started playing the game. Well, when you go into pubs, you get down, you see someone, you shoot directly at them, they're dead. There
I
was no
agree.
learning curve there. Besides the fact that there was bullet drop at longer distances. That was the only learning curve you had to do. It was an aim and shoot game, and people could pick it up instantly. From going from CS:GO to pubs was like an easy transition. Going from Overwatch or any other casual competitive game that you play was just an easy transition compared to going from like CS:GO to H1, where there's all this other gameplay mechanics that you have to factor in order to get a kill. So that's why pubs blew up so much is because of that factor.
Yeah, because I mean I didn't play many solos in H1, but I only won one, and I won my second, fourth, and sixth game of solos in PUBG. So that just shows how much easier it is compared to H1.
because there's not a lot of H1. As I said, the learning curve is ridiculously high, but once you master that learning curve, it even like the skill ceiling, in my opinion. This is before H1 actually turned to utter crap now that it is. Like in preseason 3 and I'd say beginning of preseason 4, the skill ceiling was so high in my opinion, but the learning curve was really a major factor that kind of deterred people away.
Mhm.
And then in came pubs where, as I said, had-
Easy.
yeah. it had
Well, I
the
wouldn't say
most-
easy. It's definitely mechanically easier.
Yeah. So that's as I said, it's why it blew up. And then like Fortnite came out, and because they saw how much
Basically, H1 2.0.
yeah, basically, and
Then we get H2,
yeah, H2,
H2Z3.
Yes.
H2Z3. But yeah, and maybe we will see. Like, it'd be really cool to see a AAA company make a battle royale.
I'd
That would-
want.
I
actually
honestly
would
would
like to see
Blizzard,
that.
like doing like a reveal trailer for one like next BlizzCon. Probably not this BlizzCon. I don't think they can move quite that
I could
fast.
see that. I could see that as well. Or like
Um,
Valve, maybe.
I'd want them to make. What's the engine that Battlefield's made in?
Frostbite.
Frostbite.
I'd want them to make it in Frostbite.
That would actually be really cool,
That
in
would
my
be really
opinion.
cool.
What if
Nah, man, the
EA
original
came out
Unreal
with it?
Engine.
the original Unreal Engine?
Is it just like Quake, but it's battle royale?
What was that
You're
noise?
easy. Why are you eyeing?
Oh, I was gonna say, related to AAA battle royales, that game that came out a couple months ago, it was Tom Clancy's fucking like Wildlands or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are adding a open world like battle royale aspect to it,
Really?
from what I heard.
Because I
Wow.
fucking rape at that game. So going pro, boys.
What's that game called? It's just Wildlands.
Tom Clancy's Wildlands. Yeah.
I
That'd
feel
be
like Tom Clancy's games have such a big range. You have the ones
They
that are
kinda
just kind of.
do, yeah.
They're just kind of the ones that are like stupid little like arcade shooters where like your guy's standing still and you just have to shoot at the people that come up on the screen. And then you have ones like Siege where it's like actually more competitive. And then
you
the
have
ones like
Splinter Cell, that have,
Wildlands,
like,
yeah.
like, super complicated plot and everything to them.
Wait, doesn't Tom Clancy make Splinter Cell?
Yeah,
Yes.
I literally just said that.
Okay, just make sure. I didn't hear that part. Quit clapping.
I have I have a Tom Clancy game for my 3DS. That game sucks.
Uh,
Um,
That's
I
actually
fucking love Tom Clancy games. Like fucking Rainbow Six. Yeah, just like the first, or no, Rainbow Six Vegas. That
Was that on the GameCube?
it.
No.
Might have been. It'd be about the right time. I played it on the Xbox.
Oh, okay, yeah. Sounds about right.
what I was gonna say, what was it? I forgot to say something shit. Battlefield 1, David.
mhm.
Do you I like Battlefield 1, but at the same time, I feel like it's missing like the Battlefield like type feel for me, like how it just doesn't feel like the weapons are all there in my opinion. Like it's not as much customization as 3 or 4 in my opinion, and I really don't like that much. What are
Mhm.
what's your opinion about that?
I don't know actually. I like the game. It's definitely weird compared to what other Battlefields were.
Yeah.
But
I like it, but it feels like something's missing in my opinion.
Yeah, it's like the whole thing of Battlefield is like having the cool new tech type stuff, but obviously if it's World War One, you can't have that.
Well, unless they pull like some Activision shit and like
You know what they could?
Yeah.
I was gonna throw out an idea, but I think it's actually a dumb idea now that I think about it.
There's
Go
no
ahead and
dumb
say it.
ideas ish.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say this would be like a big departure from what Battlefield is, but like because we're talking about basically a way they can like make something new and fun and exciting, but like have it still be like cool and different. They could revisit like Battlefield 2142 and try and like redo that game, or they could, I don't know, like maybe do it.
I feel like
Like
if they
that was like the first idea I had.
redid
'Cause, like I thought that game was actually pretty fun, honestly.
I
I
really
think they redid
love
Bad Company too.
Yes, if
Yeah.
they did that, that would be Bad Company 2 was so much fun because
No, see, what I'm talking about like doing something like way futuristic, so it's like a huge departure from a lot of other games that are like they have like fucking
so
giant
basically do COD
airships
with
and
that shit.
fucking Gundam mechs running around and shit. Like,
Yeah, COD tried that. That did not end up well.
Yeah.
yeah, but okay, fair.
Okay,
I was also
no,
gonna bring
let
up like
me
the Titanfall aspect. I was like, yeah, that game sucked.
let me rephrase that. Black Ops 2, which is like arguably, and I guess Black Ops 2 was like arguably one of the first like realistic quote unquote COD games. I mean, not realistic, futuristic.
Yeah.
And it did all right. And then,
Yeah.
But by the
any
same
of
logic, it was just reskinned COD.
Yeah.
true.
I'm
Honestly,
talking
in
like
my
putting like new
opinion-
mechanics in it to like harbor that.
I think since we're on the COD topic, I think from like Call of Duty, the original one, all the way up to like Black Ops 2, after that, the rest of them are ass.
Yep.
Like that Black Ops 2 is where the game genre just
It was
kinda
meh.
like
Black
was
Ops
like
2 was
basic-
even meh.
yeah, basically I'd go to MW3 is actually where it ended. The rest of them just feel like copy and pasted other Call of Duties.
Yeah, we literally. Okay, so I hate the Call of Duty series, so I'm kind of biased here. But like me and my brother literally have a running joke that like, oh, when does Call of Duty new guns come out? That's essentially all they are.
$60 new
that
guns.
basically is essentially what it is. It's just
The
new
games
guns.
in essence are just DLCs.
yeah.
Full price DLCs.
The
Yeah.
only COD that I really enjoyed, obviously, is Call of Duty 4, not remastered. Black Ops 1, or just regular Black Ops, was good, and MW2
Reoptimized one.
was, those were the best in my opinion. So,
I looked it up. I don't think the battle royale type thing is coming yet for Ghost Recon Wildlands, but they are releasing this month. It's called Ghost War. It's a 4v4 open world team deathmatch, basically.
that's pretty dope.
So you gain blah 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 blah. Choose from a roster of specialized classes, including scout, sniper, tank, and more. Each class has its own strengths and weaknesses and dedicated perks. So players will have to consider their combat strategy, pick a team composition that supports their playstyle, and then take it into the battlefield in open environment maps, ranging from mountains, deserts to jungles and forests.
So,
As matches play out
that
in all
has to
kinds
be,
of
like-
weather and all times of day. Players have
They
to
have to,
marshal their
like-
knowledge to help claim their victory.
Right. Okay. I like you trailed off like 4 times. I thought you were done over and over again. They have to be like limiting that to some kind of like multiplayer map they're making for the game though, because otherwise like it would be like a 4.5 hour long game of you just trying to find the other people, because like
It'd be like
that's like fucking retarded enormous.
Risk the shooter.
That'd be an amazing game.
You just send like messages back and forth. Where do you guys want to meet?
All right,
Uh,
pack it up, get on the boat. We're going to Australia to fight.
We'll get a helicopter and meet you there in 10 minutes. You guys never showed up. Yeah, we're in the wrong spot. Idiot.
Yeah,
Oh
we'll
gosh,
be there in
I would suck
28
at flying
hours.
that helicopter.
you
The
suck at
helicopter's not
driving
very
in
easy,
any
actually.
video game for some reason. Like flying, driving, you suck at it.
To be fair, that one Arma clip, I swear I was outside of the hangar.
We don't just shut up about it. Like Battlefield 3 driving, horrible. Every time.
I also had
cry.
30 FPS.
Don't care. Not an excuse.
I was a console player technically then.
All right. So
Let's see. My phone. All right, so it's about 50 minutes. I'd say that's enough
that's pretty good.
for
You
the
guys
first
are
episode. At
coming
least.
up with a whole bunch of filler.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what? I was gonna say
Um,
something, but I'm not gonna say it.
Obviously, we'll go 10 minutes longer if we ever get questions, but
Yeah.
hopefully.
Um,
I'm still watching people sandblast food, by the way.
you really?
I've made it to the weird part of the internet.
All right, roll the outro, David.
Okay.
Dun, dun, dun.
So
Do we have a song?
No, I don't need a song.
All right.
So just to remind you guys, do follow us on Twitter. All of our links are down below. If you somehow tuned into this late or you're hearing this on one of the audio versions, you can catch us on YouTube. I will be putting the whole episode up there. Eventually, we'll have other things other than Podbean to listen to the audio. And yeah, that's pretty much my whole outro. I didn't have much to say, just to repeat what we had. So make sure to follow us, and we'll probably see you next Saturday.
We
Gotta
gotta
do
come up
this
with like a
Saturday.
really swooty
This
sign
Saturday.
off.
It is
Yeah.
the 7th of October. We will be back at 8:30. I don't think Thosa will be with us.
That's unfortunate.
Going to do stuff.
Yeah.
Show's
So-
gonna suck ass.
Yeah, we're going to go down the shitter. But
Yeah.
basically, any last words before I cut it?
Yes, VR numbers are gonna suck next week. Don't tune in.
Wow. Gotta cut that intro out.
Yeah.
That in.
Let's
Cut it
just
from
End
here.
it with a, later, boys. PC, cut the show. PC.